That's for life here, bringing you guys a brand new video. So all 4 FA cards have been revealed, and as you guys know, I don't like talking about new stuff until we know pretty much everything. Or recent new TCG stuff. And we finally have all 4 FA cards. And I've got to say, out of all the FA support, this new stuff is the best of the bunch. And honestly makes the deck actually functional. I don't know if I'd say competitive, but it definitely makes the deck functional and actually able to play at a pretty good pace. Honestly, depending on whether or not they're going to be competitively viable as a anti-meta deck or heck in any way whatsoever is going to be completely dependent on the last 4 cards in Flames of Destruction. But, however, these 4 cards are a good step in the right direction. I feel like that this is kind of what the deck needed. Granted, going the synchro route came out of nowhere for me, at least. I know a lot of people are like, oh yeah, well, I'm not surprised because it's racing, and racing is a big facet of where synchros came from, and I'm like, okay, yeah, you got a point. So, anyways, the new stuff. First and foremost, let's talk about the Tuner FA Auto Navigator. Level 1 Wind Machine Tuner Effect Monster, attack 0, defense 0. I love this artwork. It looks like she's like a tablet kind of thing, and the navigator itself is like a kind of like helper. You can see her in Test Run over here, one of the other new cards, as well as also in the field spell. So it's very intriguing how she's kind of like I've heard people call her, what was it? Like apparently there's something pretty popular in like racing scenes and stuff where like there's like oh yeah, what are they called? Flag girls, something like that. You know, the girls who they use to like, you know, that start the race, something like that. I don't know. I don't know anything about racing. Anyways, so she's level 1, a Wind Machine Tuner, attack 0, defense 0. If this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can target 1 FA monster you control whose current level is higher than its original level. Special summon this card, and if you do, reduce that target's level by the amount. Sorry, difference between its current and original level. And if you do that, this card's level becomes equal to the amount reduced. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add 1 FA field spell from your deck to your hand. You can only use each effect of an Auto Navigator once per turn. So the big thing about her is that not only is she just really great for like just level fluctuations, because then let's say, so the synchro is level 9. So if you want to make the synchro, you get up one of your FAs up to level 9, use her effect in hand or grave, drop it down to 4, spell summon her from hand, she becomes level 5, and then not only do you get your ability to go into the synchro, but then you also get to search out any FA field spell. And the fact that that's on normal or special summon, and it doesn't even have to be by her effect, you can 1-for-1 her out, you can call it 100 her back, something like that, or heck, you can just play normal summon her, though I don't recommend that. You'd be able to, you know, just get a free search. That is really, really good. And this card is just perfect, like in all honesty, for this deck. It doesn't shuffle itself back, it doesn't banish itself, it doesn't do anything like that. Once you get it on the field or in the grave, it just, you can keep doing its effects over and over and over. You don't have to worry about anything about like it getting put on the bottom of the deck like Destrudo, which this card basically is a Destrudo, like, to be completely honest. Now, another thing about this card is that it does give the deck a way of making Ancient Fairy Dragon, and of course Ancient Fairy Dragon would be really great for this deck because Ancient Fairy being able to pop a field spell, search out another field spell, and get a bit of life points back. And then, if I'm correct, that should not make the field spells miss timing, so then the field spell should be able to get to search out another field spell, or heck, any FA card, depending on which one. So, it's just really, really great. I like this card a lot. Next up, we got the Synchro FA Motorhome Transport, whom of which, so far, is the boss monster of the deck. Not a very intimidating boss monster at first value, because it's a literal motorhome transport, and I don't know, like, that's not very intimidating. Anyways, it's a level 9 Light Machine Synchro Effect Monster. Attack 0, defense 3000, 1 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner monsters. Gains attack equal to its level times 300, so right away it comes out as a 2700 beater. Each time an FA field spell or trap card or effect is activated, you can increase the level of this card by 1. This card gains the following effects based on its current level. Level 11 or higher cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Level 13 or higher, once per turn you can target an FA monster in graveyard, special summon it. So, in fact, this is the first card to specifically mention level 13 in its card text. Yes, there have been monsters in the past that can go beyond level 12. FA, the entire archetype can do it, with the exception of the tuner. So, this card is really intriguing because it's the first one to mention that. But even more so, not only does this make a pretty good boss monster overall, being able to be indestructible by battle or card effects, so long as you pump up its level, or if either of the field spells are out, or the third new one, which we'll get to here in a minute, are out, and it goes up 2 levels, so then hey, that makes it level 11. Pretty good overall. And then also, it's a monster reborn for the deck once per turn, provided it's level 13 or higher, which is really, really, really good because you can bring back any FA. There's no limitation. It doesn't state level or anything, so you can, like, Foolish Burial to level 6, bring it back with this guy. Or, heck, if one motorhome dies, you can bring back another one with a second motorhome. That is really, really good. So I can definitely see people messing around with this card and the deck in general just simply to be able to make it. By the way, I forgot to mention it, but its summoning conditions are 1 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuners. So you can use as many monsters or as few monsters as you want to go into it, which is just great. Also, he's generic. Granted, I don't think anybody except FA are going to summon him. Next up, we got yet another field spell. I really wish they'd stop giving this deck field spells, or maybe make some of them continuous spells or something. I don't know. Anyway, so FA City Grand Prix. Field spell, increase the levels of all FA monsters on the field during the main phase and battle phase by 2. Your opponent cannot target FA monsters you control with card effects. If this face-up card on the field is destroyed by a card effect, you can add 1 FA card from your deck to your hand. Except itself, you can only use this effect of Grand Prix once per turn. So, Grand Prix takes what the 2 previous field spells do and makes it to where your FAs go up by 2 levels during the main phase and the battle phase. And also grants them blanket protection by saying that they cannot be targeted. So if you have this card out, plus a level 11 or higher Motorhome, which just activating this card, or heck, even having this card out before Motorhome is summoned, immediately will put Motorhome at level 11. Then that makes it to where Motorhome can't be targeted or destroyed by battle or card effects. That is really scary, actually. I'm going to be honest. But, however, even more so, that just makes it to where all of your FAs are even harder to kill, especially with, what was it, Hang On Mock? Or, no, one of them can't be destroyed by battle except by monsters with higher level than it, which makes it to where it can't be destroyed by battle or freaking targeted by card effects. I like this card a lot. My biggest issue with it is that it does not have an activated effect like the 2 previous field spells, so it doesn't completely get rid of the need for the other 2. Even more so than that, it just, as good as this card is, you're going to need to play as many FA field spells and trap cards as possible, so you're still going to need to play the other 2. General consensus I've seen is play 3 of this, play 2 of the other 2. I kind of generally agree. That's what I've been testing, although I kind of want to try and play 3 of this, 3 of the one that boost them during the battle phase, and then like 1 of the one that boost them during the main phase. What was it? Off-Road City, something like that. I'm not a big fan of the off-road one. And then finally, we got FA Test Run. This card is probably like one of the best things that this deck could have gotten. And by the way, I just absolutely love this artwork too. It's got Motorhome and it's got the new thing, and then they're just getting ready to go off on a test run, and it's awesome. So, FA Test Run, quick play spell card. Target 1 FA monster you control, change its battle position, then destroy 1 card on the field. During your main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 face-up card you control, destroy it, and if you do, special summon 1 FA monster from your deck. You can only use each effect of FA Test Run once per turn. So, this card is really, really, really good for the deck. So, you change one of your FA's battle position. Okay, big whoop. You do it during your opponent's turn, put them in defense, you don't have to worry about taking damage, and then you get to pop a card. And that's really great. You can pop any card, you can pop your own stuff, or you can pop your opponent's stuff. Obviously, generally speaking, you're going to be wanting to pop your opponent's stuff. But then, this card has arguably its better effect in the graveyard, where you can banish it from your graveyard, and target one of your face-up cards, destroy it, and then special summon an FA. So, you pop your own City Grand Prix, or heck, any of the other field spells, and then you just pop it, and then you get to search out any of your FA cards, and then you also get to summon an FA monster. Now, one thing I do want to double check is that I can't remember if the previous FA, because I could have sworn the previous FA field spells said they had to be destroyed by an opponent's card, and I'm hoping to God I'm wrong, but if I'm right, then this is not as good as I thought it would be. On the field by a card effect, okay, cool. By a card effect, okay, cool, so it doesn't have to be destroyed by your opponent's card effect. So, good. This card is indeed just as good as I thought it was. This card is honestly, like, all 40s are just great. And it's really hard to pick, like, the best one of the bunch because they're all great. They all do stuff that the deck needed. Just, you know, giving it a solid boss monster, a search card, a really great field spell, and then a search card and also, like, just battle disruption and stuff. I like all these. I don't know. I don't think FA are going to be anything major. I think Vendreads are still going to be the better one. We just got to wait for Vendread stuff to be announced. And I really can't wait to see what they're going to do with the Vendread stuff. Because if the FA stuff is this much, like, improved from the previous FA stuff, then I can't wait to see what they're going to do to the Vendread stuff. And I was just double checking to see if the Vendread stuff hasn't been announced yet. Because I'm dying to know what they do with them. So, guys, what do you think of the new FA cards? Do you like them? Do you hate them? Do you think they did stuff that the deck needed? Do you think FA will be able to get out of their stigma that they are, like, the worst thing ever? What do you guys think? Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great day. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. See you all later. Peace out and goodbye.